Hello, hello, creators community. Welcome to Creators on the Crest and the free live tarot readings this evening. How is everyone? How is everyone? Okay, we've got sound. Yes. How is everyone tonight? Thank you so much for being here. I see the questions like already rolling in. We've got Karen, Girl Gone, Sonia, Marianne, Maria Amethyst, Celentine, love it. Sarah Luna Stars, Mary231, Tressa Kimberly, Jason, Courtney, Schumann, Ashley, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We're going to jump in because I already see the questions coming in and I'm feeling those energies. But it is so nice to see all of you here. I'm so excited to jump into these readings. So let's start off with Karen. She says, all right, guides, what's next? Where does this all lead? Okay. While I'm shuffling for Karen, if you wouldn't mind putting that thumbs up on the video to help with our reach and show YouTube that you like this content, right? That is helpful to me, so I appreciate that. All right. Karen is asking her guides, what is all of this? Okay, so what I'm definitely seeing in your energetic field, according to your guides, Karen, is that there is this potential and this desire to sail on to calmer waters. You have the Six of Swords here. There's a whole lot of knowledge and a whole lot of wisdom that has been gained. But from what we know of the card before this, that has come through a sense of conflict, almost like a battle. Kind of feels like a battle. You've been through a battle and you've survived the battle, and now you're allowing yourself to be carried to the next place. And the next place is going to be more peaceful. I do think there is still something at hand here. So, whatever has been hard and conflicting for you, there's still some sort of breakthrough that's coming your way. I think it's an energy that is new to you. And it says here, breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. But look at the character here. They've had to work really, 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 really hard to get to where they're at, to get this path paved. And so when you're asking what's next, where does this all lead? Because this has been, it feels like a lot to work through. Your guides are letting us know there's a breakthrough. Something is going to shift for you soon, and it's going to give you a sense of peace because the journey lately has been a little bit tough here. And then what I get up next is that, yes, it's going to take your continued patience, but especially your trust in the universe. You got the Temperance card. This also might indicate a timing kind of issue for you, Karen, or an event that's going to happen in Sagittarius season. This is the Sagittarius related major arcana card. It is about continuing to do your best to keep your emotions as stable as possible as you move through these new energies. There's specifically some emotional resolution that's going to be coming in, but maybe it just does not feel as fast or as, what I want to say, smooth as you would like it here. And so, Sagittarius season, it's only a couple months away, and these weeks are flying by. So, I think your breakthrough, your peace, the calmer waters that you're moving into, Karen, have all to do with this upcoming breakthrough and the emotional balance, perhaps, that you're learning here in the Libra season. So that's what's up from the guides for you, Karen. All right. I see some more people dropping in. I saw AM. Hello. Hello. And we've got up next Girl Gone. Girl Gone is asking. Yeah, I know. So sometimes if you drop in early before I go live, you can still put your question in. So a lot of you have figured that out and you got in there, didn't you? But you're like, is it started yet? Nope, not quite. Nope. Usually I create thumbnail and all this stuff, the description, everything about an hour beforehand. Okay, what's next for Girl Gone, guides? For Girl Gone. I'm definitely getting a masculine presence from one of your guides. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to go to the Angel Dreams Oracle for your Oracle card here. You definitely have like a protective presence around you that's assisting you right now. You got the Emperor card. And this also would indicate that this masculine guide of yours is helping with your path to stability, is what I'm hearing. Like you're working on your path to stability. And the Emperor comes in and kind of has those solid edges, those cornerstones, those foundations. This could be on the home front, something to do with the home, or something, some resource that comes in and makes you feel more stable or stabilized energies where you are living. This can also represent paternal lineage as well. So, this masculine guide of yours that, I mean, I see multiple guides, but the masculine one seems to be in the forefront, could be somewhere back in the paternal lineage, maybe even one that you did not know this lifetime, further back in the line here. And this guide is helping you with stability here. Especially I'm getting on the home front. Now, it looks like your biggest lesson right now is to really tune into the energies of this Libra season. We're getting ready to have the new moon in Libra on the 21st, and then we're switching into Scorpio season. So, Girl Gone, you got a sacred medicine here coming in from Hawthorne, and it represents balance and the elemental kingdom. And I'm especially getting the earth element with stability. I'm thinking, the pentacles. I'm thinking groundedness and stability is really, really important for you. But I also love how the blossoms look on this tree and how they bloom. There's an indication here of like the cycles and the seasons and how you've grown yourself and the maturity that has taken place within you. Hawthorn can be used in a number of ways, but I know I have used it as a tea. So definitely consult with, your medical professionals and your own intuition to see if that might be something you would want to work with. You can also just work in meditation with plants, right? You can meditate with the plants or the energy of the plants and connect with them in that way. All right. And then it's actually this stability, especially in your home space, is giving you a sense of success in the way that I feel like you're going to be able to feel like you can move forward and maybe really catch like a wave of forward momentum more than you have likely even in the past 6 months. So it's kind of been like I'm seeing this like 6 month cycle. It's almost like this guide of yours is showing me the calendar, and there's been these 6 months, and something has been building. Something has been building inside of you. And with the wands coming in, we've got that transformation. So it's interesting. We have the fire element, we have the earth element here too, that I really feel is coming up strong for you in your stability. But there's some sort of action and forward momentum and opportunity that is going to result in success for you during this cycle. So, really working on and embracing balance in this Libra season for your path forward. Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you for asking that question. Sonia's up next. May I know what's coming toward me in November? Okay, so gosh, October is almost over, and Sonia would like to know what is coming towards her in November. It looks like you're going to have a decision to make for sure. It's going to be some sort of important decision. I'm going to go back to the Sacred Traveler here. All right, Sonia, what's up for Sonia here in November? Yeah, I don't know what it is about November for you, Sonia. I don't know. It kind of feels like there's this mixture for this time frame for you. Maybe you have a connection to birthday, anniversary, something to do with something in November. And it seems like there's these mixed emotions there, but I do see what's coming towards you as a decision with the Two of Pentacles. It's going to be related to something practical. You could be trying to decide, am I going to stay at this job? Am I going to get a new job? Am I going to shift? Am I going to get a promotion? Is something happening in my career? It could be a decision about expenses. Am I going to, do I need to use this money that I've saved for that? Or should I continue to hold on to it? Or, I don't want to wait too long. And it's kind of this back and forth. A little bit of a wishy washy kind of feeling at first, especially at the beginning of November with something big that you're faced with, some sort of big decision. I think it's going to take a lot of strength for you. I would pull on any kind of Leo energy that you have in your chart. This is the number 8 card in the major arcana. But also, this is a card about taming the beast of chaos. That's what I'm getting. So there's important lessons in this in your relationship to this time frame and to the big decision that you're going to face. And it's the kind of thing that has the potential to draw you into chaos or to help you embody and learn a lesson that will bring you into a more peaceful, like I'm seeing like no drama. Like I don't want any drama, no drama, more of a peaceful resolution. So if there is a decision about a job, this is important, this is big. I see you embracing that. Now, your oracle card backs all this up with distant thunder, clear the air. If there's anyone or anything that you need to clear the air with, prepare now because November is the month where things are going to shift. Now, this could be a shift in your own energies as well, where you're clearing the air about things, making some decisions, putting the power to your voice as well. Um, I think, in a way, this distant thunder is actually you and your greater being. Your greater being is calling to you, and it may feel kind of like, oh, I'm not, I can't fully grasp that yet. I'm not sure. Is that my intuition? Is that my greater being calling? Yes, it is. And I think that the air, something about your practical world situation is going to shift in a way that has you more connected with your greater being, your life path, your purpose. So it does feel a little bit like challenging in the sense of there's going to be some back and forth and a big decision to make though. So hopefully that will help you prepare for that. Okay, thank you, Sonia. Marianne is up next. Hello. Will M reach out to me in a few days? So we've got Marianne M and another M. Will M reach out to Marianne in a few days? Will M reach out to Marianne in a few days? And I'm going to go to the Angel Dreams Oracle for you here. All right. I do get a sense of yes, that M is going to reach out to you in a few days. We have the King of Cups here. It doesn't get more solid than that as far as someone expressing their emotions to you, expressing their love, and perhaps doing so from an elevated place of where they might have been before, which is honestly a good sign. I think that it might be interesting to see how you receive this energy because I'm getting your energy in the fire in the Queen of Wands and M. So Marianne's the Queen of Wands, M is the King of Cups here. All right. So these are kind of energies the two of you are carrying. So we got a little bit of fire and water here, or fire and ice. It kind of feels exciting. It kind of feels maybe even a little bit like explosive to me, but not in a bad, like fight and anger kind of way. It feels explosive, like, whoa, M has come toward me with a new level of emotional availability, of love, of maturity here. And it's totally my decision whether I draw this energy in, if I let it come in, if I accept it. I feel like you are in a place of power here, and that you're in a really good spot to be able to see, okay, when they come toward me and the energy they come in, am I going to be able to get that full read and have confidence in what I'm picking up? And I would say the answer is yes. So it's looking really good for you trusting yourself. The oracle card that you and M got here is stairs, direction and timing. And I think these have been themes in your relationship, and that sometimes this staircase is kind of winded in unexpected directions. Okay. And there is this energy now where you're being asked to trust yourself with this, Marianne, and be able to respond appropriately to the offers that M makes, right? In the aspect of this king, that could be a love bombing kind of thing, which may have happened in the past. Yet I did feel like there was a more mature kind of approach. And we do have the stairs here as like climbing the stairs of evolution. So perhaps there's something that didn't quite come together before that will now. But I do like seeing you in this Queen of Wands because I feel like you're in a power position, and there's a whole lot of transformational energy behind you. It's there's a value there that you're holding within yourself that feels really good and really powerful. So wow. Okay, Marianne, you'll have to come back and let us know next time how that goes. Okay. All right. Hello, Maria. Sarah. Sarah's question's up next. Hey, do you see me getting a job offer for summer 2026? Okay, Sarah, let's look into a job offer for 2026. Yes, yes, I see an offer here. Let me go to the Angel Dreams Oracle. Something else is going on here as well. All right, so we've got the Seven of Pentacles. This to me is the work that you're doing now, Sarah, is building up towards something or towards this job offer for the summer of 2026. So it's like right now you're putting all the pieces together, you're doing the learning that needs to happen in order to have this offer come your way. And there's a lot that you're focused on building here. You're very, very intent. Look at the character in this card. Very, very intent. There's also this knowing, though, that life happens as these things happen. So as you're nurturing and building something else, there is something that's going to be healing in the heart space during the time, or during the time when you're made the offer and when you're having to make the decision. This might be something you can work on in the meantime. If there's any way in which your heart is hurting, particularly if it has something to do with the way that you might have experienced wounding or trauma around, um, your confidence, your self-esteem, and see if you can't remove some of these swords that I'm seeing here and heal your heart a little bit with that. So between now and then, while you're so focused on, I'm going to build these pieces, practically speaking, in order to put myself in a position to receive the offer, we want you to also be the mental and emotional energetic match for the offer. And it shows me here in the Three of Swords, it's a bit of heartbreak, it's a bit of wounding that needs to be healed. So it's good that you have the foresight to ask, because between now and then, you can kind of work on this here. And so if there's any little voice, little annoying voice, the voice of a parent, the voice of someone who put you down, it could even be just someone that was on the schoolyard when you were young, the little voice that made you question yourself or your confidence, that's what I'm seeing that you need to work on. You do have a lot of support around you. You have a huge team. The angels are showing up. So the energy of support and guidance from the other side is there. I think there may be a relationship between you and your possibly mediumship abilities, maybe that have not been fully explored yet, that you might be looking into. So I do see things in motion. 7 is a number of motion, right? So all these pieces that you're moving toward and thinking about for summer of 2026, there's a lot of motion going on here, but you have a lot of support. You have guides that are with you, but ultimately it will be you who removes these swords that might be the little seeds of doubt, the lack of confidence that you might have about yourself. So when that position comes about, which you are creating and you're manifesting in the real world, you can be ready for that. Okay, Sarah, I hope that's helpful to you. Moving on, we've got so many questions. I'm going to do as many as I can while still giving everybody their few minutes here. So Luna Stars, hi. What did Ali feel about me removing him from social media? So Ali or Ali, what did Ali feel about Luna Stars removing him from social media? Oh, let me go to the Sacred Traveler Oracle. Yes. And thank you to Kimberly. Kimberly has put a comment in. So if for any reason I don't get to you tonight, there are multiple other offerings. Plus, in a couple weeks, there'll be another Sunday Night Live as well. So check my description for all that good stuff. Ooh, okay. Well, Ali, or I'll go with Ali here, was not too happy about being removed from social media. I think initially the reaction was a lot of defensiveness and maybe even like wanting to like do something but not being able to do it, right? I don't feel necessarily the best intentions coming from Ali at this time. I think emotionally, you're dealing with someone who's rather clouded and, with their defenses up. I would probably recommend giving this some time. So not reestablishing or adding them. Now, of course, when somebody responds in this way, it means they've been activated, it means they've been triggered. And sometimes on the surface, it can seem like aggravation, but underneath it, it is really fear and sadness, right? This person, Ollie, is fogged in, um, very much so. It's like I don't know if this person has a dependency of some kind, but that's what I sense. There's something clouding their judgment. There's something clouding their mind. I don't know if I mean, it could range from anything from like they're giving themselves anxiety by drinking energy drinks and too much caffeine to they could have an addiction that's really blocking and clouding them. So you would, being someone who knew them, would probably know what that might be. That is affecting them and affecting their ability to communicate properly with you. Now, what does feel good to me, though, Luna Stars here, is that I feel like you gained a sense of empowerment from removing on social media. And I am seeing here that you have friends that support you in your decision. You have a circle or at least several others around you who are happy to see you step into this place of power for yourself. So, in this card, the Three of Cups, you're acknowledging your emotions and also at the same time allowing yourself to be happy for yourself and proud of yourself if you set this boundary to protect yourself, right? And I feel like this is a very needed thing right now. I would give this a little more time. See how you feel after a while. See if you're even still care what they think about what Ollie thinks about that. And if you do kind of tackle it down the road, I would give it a couple months actually here, is kind of what I feel. Let's see if that fogged in energy clears or if that's just something that stays there and then you're aware of it and then you can move accordingly with Ali. Definitely defensive though. All right, Mary 231. Hi. Some days ago, MA posted a love poem. Was it directed toward me or am I delusional? LOL. One of my friends, Amoya Shante, and she was one of my mentors. I got to meet her in person as well. She does a whole program around being delusional when it comes to your manifestations, and Delulu is the Salulu and all of that. So it made me think of that when you said delusional. I know you're speaking more in romantic terms. She speaks more of like money manifestation, but it could also mean relationship manifestation. Okay, so MA posted this love poem. I'm going to go to the Angel Dreams Oracle. Was it directed toward you? Okay, so I get yes and no, but not in like this way of like yes, and then there's this other person or anything. I really don't get a third party energy here. I get though that MA posting the poem was a something for them too, for them to really do, for them to really stabilize their energies, a need to express oneself, a need to have authority over one's voice is what it feels like. The Emperor doesn't strike me on the surface as the most romantic of, you know, the all the archetypes in the major arcana. However, the Emperor is connected to fire energy, and I'll also say Aries energy. So this MA could have carry that kind of energy with them. Their expression of their personality is very, very important. So I'll just say that about MA. I think the love poem is for themselves, but I don't see anyone else involved here as well. So I want to say that I do think there may be a love offer coming from them toward you in this way. We've got the Ace of Cups here. And, you know, in the meantime, because I know when people are expressing themselves romantically, it can be very attractive. You know, you can be like, wow, I hope that's for me. That's what I want. And the Ace of Cups, while it indicates a new beginning that you feel emotionally good about, you feel emotionally full about, it can also represent the way that you take care of yourself and prioritize yourself through the energies. So, your job in all this is to remain open and remain diligent about keeping your own cup full and overflowing so that you can receive these gifts. And if you loved this poem from MA, see if you can do a little exercise where you take the words and you pull out the words and what you loved about it and speak them to yourself. Okay, do it as like a self love practice here. You, if MA is a part of your dreams, I get like, yes, stay open to this, reach for it, go for it. This is what the oracle says for you. But I'm not sure when this is going to happen. That's just the thing. I think MA is going through this process of their own self-expression, and they have a lot of love to give, but in the meantime, you don't want to get lost in them, right? You want to focus on the love you have to give and reaching for your dreams. And I think that's going to be all the more attractive to MA or to someone even that better that blows your mind, right? And that's how we kind of get through these energies, right? I don't think you're delusional at all. There's definitely a connection here. But the Emperor doesn't, he's not the most active guy. He's kind of been active in the past, and he might be trying a different route here. So stay open, but stay true to yourself as well. Don't get lost in MA's romance or the romanticism about MA. That's what I get there. So just, you know, a little bit of caution there without closing doors, okay? All right. Teresa says, what more do I need to do to ensure this latest launch is a success? Okay, wonderful, Teresa, wonderful. Just a quick reminder for everyone, if you could hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying the material and the content. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so appreciative of that. Teresa, I want to get something from the cosmic timing for you. This is the first time I'm pulling out this deck, but I definitely want to. Oh, this one just, oh, okay. All right, Tressa. So your question is, what more do I need to do to ensure this launch is a success? Okay. So we got the good old devil here for you. Okay, some Capricorn energy, which indicates hard work. But the key here when we get this guy is that our grasp is not too tight, that we're not trying to control the outcome, that we're not super stuck on the, like I have to achieve this goal or this launch is not successful, because there's a tendency here for you to latch onto that. Could be a little bit of comparison, could be imposter syndrome stuff that might creep up or come your way. And this character here, the devil, comes in to say, let's just make sure that your grasp on the outcome of this launch is not so tight that you um maybe kind of just throw a wrench in your own way, is what I feel. So, what do you need to do? Just make sure you get out of your own way with this and that you leave it open to the universe. If you've set your intentions and you've done the work, which the Capricorn energy does speak to that, then it's about the letting go. Now, there's also a tendency here with the other tarot card you got for you to get wiped out about this. You got the Ten of Swords. I think all of this is coming down to a major lesson of valuing yourself and the material that you offer. And there's this element of others being ready for the depth and the material that you offer. And I think sometimes you get a bit down on yourself. This time, is there really anything you need to do? I'm not getting like this physical activity or you need to, write more copy or do anything like that. This is more about the energies that you're letting go the control, the deepening of the trust in the universe as well. Okay. When I see the Ten of Swords, it's about a gate shutting down. It's maybe even about a boundary being set around your time or your energy. And the 10 is completion, it's final. So this is good news in the sense that it's going to feel like something about this launch is like, yeah, I don't need to pour, although I've poured the work in, I've spent all the time. I don't need to exhaust myself and knock myself out by, doing more. All right. And sometimes when we are asking, even in the reflection and the asking of the question, it may reveal to you a spot where you're not trusting yourself or the universe in this process. So you're getting a little bit of a call out here, I think, from the universe. They want you to have, and when I say they, your team, your guides, they want you to have trust in your vision. And the timing actually looks really good. We're coming up on a new moon, and then in a few weeks, we're going to have a full moon, that next full moon. So I would say if there's anything to do around this launch, maybe you're launching on the full moon, or maybe there's some sort of promotion that you're going to do on the full moon. That's the timing that's important here, because I was really called to get you a timing card. So if anything there is to do, it may be just to focus something around the next full moon and see if you can kind of target that energy and maximize that energy. Otherwise, it looks like letting go control, trusting in the universe. Don't put yourself in a position where you're wearing yourself down or knocking yourself out with too much. And that includes like the physical tasks, but also the energies and the possibly even some overthinking around that. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, I'm going down the list here. I said hi to Courtney already. Hi, on Schumann. Hi. Yes, Kimberly makes a good point about sometimes other people's readings have messages. Sometimes there can be overlaps. Ashley, oh no, wait. Okay, Ashley says hello. Then on Schumann asked a question, then Ashley. Okay, on Schumann, what's coming toward you? You are an Aquarius. Oh, yes. I'm an Aquarius rising. Kimberly's an Aquarius rising as well. Familiar with the energies. We've got that Pluto energy now in Aquarius. What's coming toward you? Ooh. Ooh, we're going to go to the Angel Dreams cards for you as well on Schumann. Oh, thank you for encouraging people to like and share the live as well. I really appreciate that. Yes, bring a friend. Bring a friend. Unless you're like, no, I don't want them to take up the questions. But maybe there's a time, you know, your friend could really benefit from it. So, all right. What's coming toward you? All right. So there's this temperance card again, which, you know, came up before. I think came up for Karen in the beginning, right? Sagittarius energy. Um, when I think about, I know you're an Aquarius, but when I think about the Sagittarius energy coming toward you, this tells me that it's going to be skilled and diligent movement toward your goals, because the Aquarius energy is represented in the star card, and the Sagittarius energy, the archer, shoots the arrow toward the star, which is their target, because they aim high with their goals, right? So, coming up here in a few months, you may want to take an action that honestly, it looks like it's a really good season for you to take such action or said action, because it is going to connect you with the goals that you're going for. So, you can think about if this is work, if this is a relationship. I can see this coming through in the practical world for you, but it's still in motion. So if you think about your most cherished gift and what you want to achieve, you're going to take some sort of action. And it's definitely going to be in, we're going to go with the Northern Hemisphere autumn season here: abundance, preparation, and harvest. So there's benefit for you on Schumann to, while you're preparing for all this, because remember I said it's very skillful. There's very skilled energies involved here, something that you're good at, that you want to expand on, a way in which you want to enrich your life or the life for you and your family, something along those lines. You're preparing for it. You're appreciating also the harvest. This is an indication of having gratitude for the abundance already in your life and being able to fully appreciate that, because you're going to the next level. So you are going to kind of leave this part of your path on a really good note, it feels like, where you're really appreciative and you're really grateful for everything that you've experienced, but then you can let it go. It can be left behind because you've been patient, and this fall you're really maybe pulling back that bow and shooting the arrow. Okay, this is going to go well for you. Honestly, you got the Nine of Pentacles. This is you being very happy about, oh, I've achieved this. This is looking good for me. This energy that's coming toward you, it kind of reminds me of like a boomerang, where like the universe is like going to boomerang this idea or this momentum or give you this energy where you can kind of shoot this arrow toward your goal or toward what you want to achieve, and then it like goes back out and comes back around again, and it has this, like, it's like coming back in these vibrational frequencies and waves that feels really really good until you've built up and you have what you're going for. The Nine of Pentacles, I consider this one of the most positive cards in the tarot. It really speaks to you being able to achieve something personally. It may have positive effects for family and everything, but that comes along in the Ten of Pentacles. This is more about you feeling good about you and what you work toward, how you work toward your goal, or how you made a really great decision that skyrocketed you to that energy of yourself and your purpose. I would say this likely has to do with you applying your soul's purpose to life on a greater level. That is what it feels like to me. So, whatever that is, you've got, you know, a couple months here in the autumn months for the Northern Hemisphere to really really work on that, and go ahead and shoot your shot, shoot the bow, shoot the arrow with the bow, and enjoy the journey as you go, because it's looking really nice for you. All right. Ashley's looking for a general message. Okay, so she's left it open for her highest and best from the universe. Okay, let's go. What's the highest and best message for Ashley here? Highest and best, please. Ooh, ooh. And we're going to go to the Sacred Traveler Oracle for you here as well. Whew. Wow, you are okay. So I see you. You're really in the midst of like traveling a bridge here, is what it feels like. All right. And where you're coming from, Ashley, we got the Nine of Wands. This is my card of ancestral healing. Okay. Somebody had to bring out, there's ancestral healing. I did get paternal lineage for someone else. This ancestral healing is kind of always interwoven in our experiences here. But this is kind of like understanding on a deep, deep level the damage that was passed down ancestrally and what you've done to heal it, the transformational energy, the time you've taken to work on yourself in this energy. With the wands here, we've got that fire element, and you've got more wands coming, but they're on like the other side of the bridge, which is really cool. Okay. And you're bridging the reality of where you've been and your birth family and your situation and the circumstances and the people. So there's this healing and look back phase that is like there, all right, and you're well aware of it. Then you're on this bridge, and I'll kind of show you the bridge in a moment. But on the other side of this bridge that you're passing over, see, as you're on energetic bridges, you're aware of where you've been and where you've come from and where you're going to, right? And what you're moving into is this Queen of Wands energy. And I got this for someone else earlier, didn't I? Again, this Queen of Wands is coming up. She is transformed. Okay, so this is energy of active transformation. She has cleared out all these wands and holds the one wand, her one powerful wand here. All right. The black cat indicates that you have dealt with and tamed shadow energies in a way that are worthy of this seat within yourself, particularly being the queen within your feminine energies, right? And you hold the hope and you hold the light for those that come after you, children, grandchildren, and so forth, with the sunflower. So the wand is in one hand, the sunflower in the other. I would definitely work with this Queen of Wands energy. She also indicates that this bridge is allowing you to maybe reclaim some leadership energies from your ancestry, right? So when we deal with ancestral clearing, there's definitely the stuff that needs to be cleared and the shadows and the bad stuff, and we don't want to pass on the bad patterns, but there's also the good stuff to carry forward. And there's some leadership qualities in your ancestry that's very important. And so your bridge is actually a rainbow bridge, right? And it says blessings are showering into your life as a result of you being willing to tackle these transformations in your life. You now having a greater understanding. Life feels more vivid, it feels more colorful to me for you with this rainbow blessings card. It feels like opportunities opening. And again, I go back to maybe embodying some sort of leadership. It could even be the way you lead as a mother, the way you lead as a partner, the way you lead in your workplace, a combination of those. But there's something gifted from you in your ancestry, and you come to that realization. It could even be you really feeling a lot better about, okay, I was aware and I was working through all the hard stuff in my ancestry. And now that I've cleared that out, I have been able to see the gifts. And now I can embody those energies with this Queen of Wands. So, really good. Chills, chills, chills energy. Feels really good. Really good work, Ashley. So, You never know what's going to come up when you ask for a general message, right? All right, we've got Courtney up next. I'm going to keep rolling through as long as I can, y'all. So I will do my best to get to all of you. But if I don't, come back in another couple weeks, or maybe even try a personal one-on-one reading. I have options for that on my website. Everything you need is in the description. All right, Courtney, highest and greatest good for me, please. I've just been grieving and been very sad a lot and really struggling with every aspect of my life and need some guidance. And I'm going to go to the cosmic timing for your oracle. I'm sorry to hear, Courtney, that you've been struggling. At the same time, I know there's lessons in it. You know, I never like to see anyone struggle. My heart goes out to people who struggle. I've struggled. My heart goes to myself when I've struggled, you know. But you know, we're here to learn things, and we're here to expand into a greater, what is it? What is it for you in particular? It's not wisdom. I feel like you already have the wisdom. Excitement? It's like there's there's a momentum of excitement that you crave. And so some of the sadness and the struggle is because you know that's there, you know it's building, but it hasn't quite caught the momentum yet. That's what I'm seeing. So you've been in kind of this pause, this two of wands energy of like, um, I'm looking out there, I'm doing some things. I have a good grasp because this character is grasping a wand and they have another one beside them. Um, I have a good grasp on transformation, but it's like I just want something to come through. I just want something to come through. Okay, I've been transforming. I think the transformative journey is wearing on you as well and maybe causing a little bit of that sadness and depression. That's very understandable and natural. And I think those of us who have come in and are experiencing the world as it is right now and not liking that and trying to create something better, this is something that can often happen with us. So, you're talking about struggling in every aspect of your life. I do see some good news coming up for you. So, right now, it's kind of this Two of Wands is about stagnation, but it's also about vision. It's about how you see yourself moving forward. And I really think the Three of Wands then, so we move from the Two of Wands into the Three of Wands, and I'm starting to get hot. So I know the energy's building. I'm starting to get like, I've been cold. Finally, I've been cold. This is my weather. I love the cool. But now for the first time in this hour, I'm starting to get hot. So I know the energy's building. November holds something for you, Courtney, here. I think you're going to start feeling better. Something's going to come through for you, and it's in the practical monetary aspect of life with the King of Pentacles here. There's something happening in November, which is coming up. A lot of people were asking about November, right? This next month coming up. King of Pentacles energy. This is attractive. This is the harvest has arrived. That excitement that you crave, I feel starts to come toward you. Um, there may be this kind of like feeling of like overwhelm at first with whatever is got you excited. Okay. And it may feel like a lot. So between now and, you know, November, which is right around the corner, really take some time to focus on what excites you. Like what would feel exciting to you? Thinking about a day in your life, a week in your life. What are the exciting qualities where you could really feel that momentum? It's almost like thrilling. I almost feel like thrill and like I'm going to go on a, you know, roller coaster. I know some people don't like roller coasters, but something exciting is building up for you. And I think you've been waiting a long time for it to come through. But there's this stability, and there's this also, wow, this is a lot, right? So now, since you got November and you have a few weeks to prepare yourself to hold these greater energies, to hold more money, more resources, more coming in the practical world. All right, with that king there. Feels good, feels aligned, feels like your actions are aligned. I don't like, I scan your energy. I don't see a lot of like red flags. I just see the sadness and the depression, but that is something that's going to clear. I just think it's this excitement, like you want this, you feel it coming and you want it. It's like, now, yes, I want to be excited about this. And grief also has that tendency to be um a cementing kind of energy. It's heavier kind of energy. So if you've been grieving and you've been sad, let that be okay. It's a beautiful phase. There's phases of grief. It's a beautiful phase to embrace. And you are moving, even though you are grieving, you are sad and really struggling. There is still movement there. And I think that's important to remember. So November, something happening there. AM, hi. How can I get closer with my daughter and see my grandparents more frequently? Thank you. Oh, that's a very nice question to ask. I know a lot of us in the chat are parents or are connected with children in some way. I'm going to go to the Angel Dreams Oracle for this one. So AM, how can AM get closer with their daughter and see? Oh, did I say see grandparents? Granddaughters more. Okay, AM, gotcha. Granddaughters, a lot of daughter energy. Oh, I see that here. There's something about your daughter and granddaughters. And I think it's kind of like, if this is your daughter's children, then your daughter is kind of where we have to get that. Okay. I think there's something about this Queen of Pentacles energy. It is soft, it's trusting, it's nourishing, it's comfortable. But one thing about it is, I think that with the relationship, and I'm going to say with your daughter in particular, it cannot be forced. If there's anything that feels forceful or invasive, or like anything your daughter might perceive as judgmental or telling her what to do, kind of thing, even if it's from good intentions, I feel like resistance. I feel like resistance. I won't listen to that, right? A softer, comforting. The Queen of Pentacles is like the king. It's an energy that's attractive. It draws in. It's earthy energy. It's grounding energy. So grounding into that it could be pulling on Capricorn energy, the Virgo energy, the Taurus energy that you carry, and allow allow more space for the daughter, especially in her voice and in what she says. I know sometimes I feel like it might not always be pleasant. Maybe sometimes she comes with a sharper edge to her, or a resistance that I feel. It's really, really interesting though. I do see some transformation coming up with this. So how you can get closer is just to be that comforting and loving space, that rock that they can come to, the daughters, the granddaughter. Scorpio season is right around the corner. We got the death card here. And I think this maybe has to do with some old grudges that might need to be released, maybe on your daughter's part, because again, I kind of feel the blockage there. I don't really sense there's anything disturbing in the relationships with your granddaughters. It's more just a desire to be closer to them, right? And to be have them more in your life. And remembering, young people don't always recognize the value of things until later, right? But something's going to happen for you here in this Scorpio season along the lines of these relationships. Something major is transforming here. I feel like maybe a grudge is going to be released. It might come with a bit of a sting, or a bit of how sometimes there's like a fight and then the air clears after that. It kind of feels like that. But I think your job is to remain a comforting, welcoming place where you can receive your daughter's energy, especially, and of course, your granddaughters. I think they already resonate with that, though. So I'm just going to say that. Um, there's crowded energy going on with your daughters and granddaughters. We got the bathroom, and I was kind of like looking at, like, a house with like women in it, and everybody needs to get in the bathroom, and they're like, get out of there because I gotta go. It kind of feels like that's the energy going on, that there's crowded space with your daughter and your granddaughters already. And so that may be why you may feel like kind of distant, or like, because they're in this different way of perceiving the energy. They're kind of in this crowded space, and just, I need to do what I need to do. And all of them are kind of, vying for energy or attention or bathroom space. And it says cleanse and clarify here. So that's why I said there may be some sort of like meltdown, breakdown, fight kind of thing. And then the air clears, and things get more clear and they clarify. They could be a little wrapped up in what's going on in their own lives, their own selves, and that could come from the age that they're at, or that could come from the way of what's going on with your daughter and you, perhaps. But if you can embrace that queen energy, that queen of pentacles, be that comforting space, be that rock, be that touch point, I think that's really all you can do to get closer at this time, until whatever this grudge is gets released here. Could be a subconscious, unconscious kind of thing going on here. Oh, Nancy. Nancy, the Gemini. I see Nancy's comments. You didn't get the notification. Make sure you have that bell, clicked. Okay, so Gemini, like 7. Hi, can you tell me when I can expect Sag to make an effort towards me? Okay, let's get that cosmic timing for you, Gemini. I'm going to do Gemini, and then I'll do Nancy, and then we'll call it an evening. All right. Can you tell me when I can expect Sag to make an effort toward me? All right, we have the Ace of Swords. I think this Ace of Swords is for you, Gemini. I think this is about how you think about this relationship with Sagittarius. It's changing, something new. You're going to gain a new knowledge or perspective about them. And I don't know if you're really going to like that, because I see you knowing what that is when it comes your way, and it kind of sharpens your sword in a way. Okay. I love that this sword is crowned, because I feel like your thoughts are going to be in alignment with yourself and your desires and what you want. And thoughts are usually the place where we can get a little jumbled up at times. We can get a little bit in the hamster wheel of the mind. And this Ace of Swords feels like clarity to me, feels like you're going to learn something about them. And I'm not so sure you're going to be too happy about it. This particular Sagittarius still seems to me like they're in lower frequency energies, not in a judgy way. It's just part of where they're at in their path, and they're struggling to mature themselves through it. You may put an end to this when they do reach out. They will reach out. It looks like the winter time. Okay, so sometime in the winter. I have the feeling this Sag will reach out when they are lonely. Kind of seems like lonely, but I don't know. There's something here about how sharp you are at picking up on the energies and the way you're thinking about it, or some information that you get from their behavior or about them. And the World card coming in here, this is an ending, and this is you freeing yourself and kind of moving through that portal. So if they do reach out, you may not be having it there, is what I see. But you're going to feel really like clear about it in your mind. That's what's nice to see here. And winter, you've got a few months here to see when how you feel, what's going on, how do you want to move with Sagittarius, because yeah, it might even be around their birthday or something. Like, I also saw like a little spark of like, it's potentially they could reach out in anger. I hope they don't, but if they do, like, just like, are you even going to wish me a happy birthday or something like that? I don't know. I don't see you. I don't see much getting by you with Sagittarius anymore. And you may just say, you know what? I'm going to let this go. You may just do that. Nancy has asked, what can I expect this new moon in Libra for me? What can I expect with this new moon in Libra? Okay. It's right around the corner. Oh my gosh. Whoo. And if I've missed anybody, I think I saw Faith come in. Faith, I'll get you next time. Jennifer, anyone else who asked a question. I'm going to do Nancy here. Nancy always comes back and says hi when she misses the lives. Please do. If you missed out and you watch a replay, say hi in the comments for me. I really appreciate that. I appreciate your comments. Okay, Nancy, this new moon in Libra is actually looking really good for you. Here comes that most positive card I was talking about earlier. See how some of your energies, you get overlapping energies in these readings? But this one for you, it just feels like, I feel like you're empowered. I feel like you're very empowered. You're in a very empowered space during this Libra new moon. All right. This Libra season has been all about relationships, and there's been a whole lot of resistance around relationships. But you look very empowered around your relationships to stability, finances, money, resources, the practical world, your home space, what you've built. It's looking really, really good and really, really golden. I'm really picking up at the yellow in this card for you, Nancy. Very yellow, very golden. There's a lot of yellow in this other card I'm going to show you here too. Great time for you to manifest. So if you have any manifestations that you want to set into motion, I think you can do this at the new moon. Your intentions, even actually like putting something into motion. Remember, the Pentacles are working out really well for you. So the Magician card teaches us that it's the number one card in the major arcana. When we land here in this dense physical 3D reality, we tend to get distracted by the wand of the ether. It's like all the things floating around in the etheric field that we're experiencing. And sometimes we forget about the elemental energies. So my suggestion with this new moon for you would be to do something ritual that's very earth based, something outdoors, a gift to nature in some way, shape, or form, bury crystals. Great time for this kind of thing for you, to really anchor in, all this positive energy. There's also this cute little card you got. It's called In the Flow. Everything is smooth sailing. And I think this speaks to maybe what your journey has been leading up to this Libra new moon. It says everything is smooth sailing, and we have like, it's almost like a Mrs. Claus there in the sleigh, and she's just enjoying the ride. She's just being pulled along, maybe the reindeer carrying her. It kind of gives me a little bit of a Russian vibe too. So could be a little bit of a callback to one of your past lives, maybe in a tundra, colder kind of climate. It's kind of the vibe that I get here, but it feels really good. It feels like you're really going to be able to enjoy this season and this season of life for yourself with a lot of good golden opportunities here. So energies are looking like they're vibing for you. And that's looking really good, Nancy. So yeah, let us know how it goes. Okay, we're a little past. But oh, I'm so blessed to have all of you here. Thank you for sticking around to the very end. I'm wishing you all so much joy, peace, love, excitement, happiness, harmony, whatever it is you are looking for. And I look forward to seeing you next time. See you soon.